So I'm moving on to Bron Breakker's introduction into the main roster angle, as I call it. That's what I still think this is. It's still his intro into the main roster, into Raw, which started with him not getting into the King of the Ring tournament. Adam Pearce didn't put him in. He was protecting him, and then that led to Bron Breakker going crazy and just beating people up, destroying jobbers, sending him to the hospital. Well, let me start with whatever we had for this night, for this angle, because he's facing Ilya Dragunov tonight. So we had a Dragunov promo, like a pre-tape promo, Dragunov trying to psych himself up for this match, that he was going to be the one to break Bron Breakker, this type of stuff. So he's very motivated for this evening. But I'm going to skip to the next scene, and Ricochet's backstage giving Dragunov some support. And I guess there was another pre-tape video package with Bron Breakker, some videos of him being very violent in recent weeks. And I think finally we got to the match. Okay, so here's the match. Here's Bron Breakker coming into the ring, and he's going to face Ilya Dragunov. Here's Dragunov. Here's some action from the match, but it was a very competitive match, though. Dragunov definitely got some good offense in. Here's him doing a suplex with holding Bron. I don't know how these guys do that. Chad Gable does that from time to time, where he's just holding someone midair and then they suplex them. I'm very impressed by that. He's a very strong guy, this Dragunov. But here's him coming off the top rope, throwing his whole body. I guess for a little guy, that's a good move to have. High impact offense. Here's some fighting on the announce table. Here's Bron Breakker smashing Dragunov into the ring post. And here's Dragunov getting back into the ring, trying to beat the count. And I think this is the end of the match. It's a spear, and she just pins him right there. That's the 3 count, and he wins the match. And I think he was planning on attacking him post-match, right? Doing another one of his violent post-match beatdowns. Like he sees him struggling, and he's going to go attack him. And that's when he gets attacked by Ricochet. So Ricochet kind of had a feeling he was going to do this and cut him off at the pass and jump like out of the crowd or something and attack Bron Breakker. So that was cool.
That was pretty cool.
And then that's not the end of the angle for the night. So the last thing that happens is a little later on. Here's Ricochet trying to help Dragunov to the back because he's struggling to even walk after this terrible fight he had. And Bron Breakker is there to fuck with him, and he's going to spear him through some equipment in the back. And then Ricochet and Bron Breakker get into like a really good backstage brawl into the production area where the trucks are and everything. Here's Ricochet getting thrown into Jimmy Hart's face on the production truck. And I think the end of this segment is he's going to front slam Ricochet onto a windshield of a car. And as Robert said, what did you say about Ricochet here, Robert?
He was crying a river?
I said I think I heard Ricochet cry a river.
Oh my God, Jack Perry here. Yeah, listen to Ricochet gargling blood.
Bron, get it out of here! Ricochet, you right? Ricochet, help!
He can't breathe. All right, and then the final segment is obviously they had to take Ricochet to the hospital, and his wife, the ring announcer, Samantha Irvin, is there. And he gives a thumbs up, but he's struggling. Samantha Irvin wants to go with him, but she has ring announcing duties to do, man. Who's going to do the ring announcing if she goes with her husband to the hospital? So Ricochet gets loaded into the ambulance. All right. Let's get some reviews for this angle for this evening. I'll start with Robert this time. Robert, thumbs up, thumbs down.
Thumbs up. I think I gave it 2 thumbs up. Let me first, before I talk about the angle, let me first say a little something about Dragunov first. I watched a few of his matches when he was still in NXT. Not too many, but they were all great from what I remember. And ever since he came onto the main roster, the run of matches that he's been on, I haven't seen him have one bad match so far. Every time I've seen him, he's been terrific. So good on him. He's very, very talented. Now, okay, so as far as this angle, they're clearly continuing to build Bron Breakker as an absolute beast, monster, and they've been doing a really good job of that. And this latest segment, this latest episode of Raw continued to do that. So I gave it I think I gave it 2 thumbs up.
Yeah, on your review that you sent me here, you gave it 2 thumbs up. So Robert gives it 2 thumbs up. All right, Vlad, how about you?
I have to agree. Absolutely, 2 thumbs up. 2.
2 thumbs up, huh? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's been flawless. His almost flawless, I would say. The angle, his build, introducing him, all the stuff they're doing with him, making him look like a ferocious beast of a guy, totally getting him over. This is fantastic work. This is really, really, really good. So there's not really much to say about it. There's not much negative you can say about it as far as I can see. Ilya is going to be fine. I think you mentioned that in one of the weeks that we did the show. Like, it doesn't really matter that he lost to Bron. He's still pretty over, and he's such a great wrestler that it's not going to affect him too negatively. Ricochet, I think I hear, is leaving the company from what I've gathered, but that hasn't been confirmed. But that's what the word on the street is. That could have been his last moment in WWE.
That would have been a great last moment.
Yeah, I think that's what they're saying, and it looks like you would assume based on his wrestling style that he would go to AEW because it's more suited. His style is more suited for that promotion than it is WWE. And I think they sold it so well. Him and especially Samantha Irwin, I think was really realistic, and this is better acting than the stuff with Liv Morgan and Dominic. We talk about bad acting. This was actually way more believable. I know Robert mentioned bad acting goes hand in hand with wrestling, but not always. Some people are more believable than others. And in this case, I found Samantha Irwin's crying to be more believable than anything Liv Morgan was doing, or Dominic was doing. But either way,
it helps that they're a real couple. I think that plays into it.
Yeah, that's true too. Of course, yes, that's a good valid point. But overall, 2 thumbs up. Loved everything about this. This was one of my favorite things that happened this whole week.
All right, well, I'm going to give it 2 thumbs up too then. 2 thumbs up for me. Yeah, I would have given it 1 thumbs up for just the match with Dragunov and Bron Breakker, but since they had that post-match angle and the backstage thing later on in the night, that pushed it over the edge to me. I thought the post-match stuff with Ricochet and Bron Breakker, the fighting by the production trucks, I'll give that a special shout-out because I thought that looked really good.